the waiter's going to bring out my special port.
Splendid.
Would you like a cigar?
No, thank you. You know, this all gives me the feeling of one of those enchanted mornings in the Arabian Nights, when thieves foregathered in the marketplace. Thieves, pashas.
So, tell me about yourself, Baron.
Where shall I begin?
Do you hear, mademoiselle?
Waiter, would you ask that woman to move on?
She's singing the Belle Polonaise.
I didn't ask for the program. I asked you to get rid of her. As you were saying, Baron.
Well, until I was 50, my life was relatively uncomplicated. It consisted of me selling off, one by one, the various estates left to me by my father. 3 years ago, I sold my last farm. And now, all that I have left...
Flowers, sir?
Run along, please. Baron Tommer? Baron Tommer.
Oh, sorry. So that, in short, all I have left now is my name.
And your name is precisely the name that we need on our board of directors.
Very flattering.
You will understand, Baron, that when I tell you mine has been a very different experience. I came up from the bottom. My mother spent most of her life bent over washtub in order to send me through school. And for this I'm eternally grateful to, of course. Although I must confess to you, I no longer remember her face. And when I try to recall it, I only see the part that she invariably showed me. Her rear.
Very touching.
When I was thrown out of school for the 5th and last time, I decided to go out and see what makes the world go round. I ran errands for a movie star, for an editor, for a financier, and I began to understand just a little what life is. And then one day in the street, I saw a face. My rise in life dates from that very day.
Really?
One look at that face and I knew. And one look at my face and he knew. And ever since then, all I do is look out for such faces. And so I made my first 1,000 asking a box of counterfeit notes. And a year after that, another such face. It got me a nice berth in the gambling business. And once again, all I do is look out for such faces. And now, here I am, president of 11 companies, director of 52 corporations, and beginning today, chairman of the board of an international combine, which you have been so grateful to us accept a post. Are you looking for something?
Did you drop this?
I never drop anything.
So this 100-franc note isn't yours?
Give that here.
Are you sure that's yours?
My dear Baron, all 100-franc notes are mine.
Mr. President, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What exactly is the purpose of our new company? Or is that an indiscreet question?
Indiscreet? Not a bit. Merely unusual. As far as I know, you're the first member of a board of directors to ever ask such a question.
Do we plan to exploit a commodity or a utility?
My dear Baron, I haven't the faintest idea. And at the time being, it's a trifle embarrassing. Seeing as how we're such close business associates, I must confess to you, for the time being, we're in a bit of trouble.
I was afraid of that. The stock issue isn't going well.
Oh, no, on the contrary. The stock issue is going beautifully. Just yesterday morning, precisely 10 o'clock, we released 500,000 shares to the general public. And by 10:05, snatched up at par. And by 10:20, when the police finally arrived, the offices were left in shambles. You never saw anything so beautiful in your life.
You mean to tell me that all of these people are fighting to buy stock in a company with no object?
My dear Baron, do you think that when a customer buys a share of a stock, he has any idea of getting behind a counter or digging a ditch? What we sell a subscriber is not merely a share of a business, but a view of the Elysian fields. We must stimulate the imagination. We're poets.
But in order to stimulate the imagination, don't you need some field of activity?
Oh, no, not at all. What you need is a name. United International General Consolidated. Of course, that's been used. That's what a corporation needs.
And do we have such a name?
No. At the time being, we only have a blank space. And in that blank space, a name must be put. Over the course of my life, Baron, I've organized 11 great corporations on the basis of 11 magnificent names. I have a reputation at stake. And if I seem a bit nervous today, it's because somehow I've racked my brains. I just wish that... You see, there's one, and what a beauty.
You mean that girl?
Oh, no, not the girl. The face. The one that's drinking the water.
You call that a face? That's a tombstone.
That, my dear Baron, is a milestone. That is a signpost. But does it point the way to wheat, or steel, or phosphates? That's what we need to find out. Ah, he sees me. He understands me, and he will be over.
And when he comes?
He will tell me what to do.
You mean business is done this way? You mean that you would trust a complete stranger with a matter of this importance?
My dear Baron, I trust neither my wife, my daughter, my closest friend, nor my confidential secretary. With a face like that, I would trust with my inmost secrets. Although we have never laid eyes on each other before, we know each other to the depths of our souls. He's no stranger. He's my brother. He's myself. Do you understand what that said? Boyfriend. What is this, a conspiracy? We don't want your envelopes. Take them away. Waiter, what the devil is she trying to say?
Only Irma understands her.
Irma? Who's Irma?
Irma! It's a waitress inside, sir. Irma!
Yes.
This gentleman would like to know...
Tell this person to move on.
She says an exceptionally beautiful morning, sir.
Who asked her?
But it was not nice before you stuck your face in it.
Who asked her?
Shoelaces, postcards?
I think I can
Baron,
use a
Baron.
shoelace.
No. Never buy anything from Plum Street Vendor.
Sorry.
Never.
Ah, Mr. President. My heartiest congratulations to you, sir. What a day. What a day.
Baron Somert of our board of directors. My broker.
Please join us.
Well, what news?
Listen to this. 10 o'clock, the market opens. 500,000 shares issued at par, quartered on the curve at 124. We start buying at 126, 127, 129, 131. It keeps going up. 135, 139, 141.
There's one thing I don't
No,
quite
Baron.
understand.
Baron, any explanations will only confuse you. But please go on.
10:45. We start selling short on rumors of a communist plot. Market bearish. 141, 145, 139, and it's down, down, down. 93, and we start buying back at about 102. 11 o'clock, rumors deny, and it's back up. 106, 109, 115, 117, 121, 126, 131, 139, 141, and by 11:30 we have it all back. Net profit, $3.5 million from it.
Classical. Classical. Thank you very much. You get the idea.
I'm beginning to get it.
Here's where we get to the interesting part. With 35% of our funded capital, I buy 50,000 United at 36. I immediately reconvert that into 32,000 National Amalgamated. I set it up as credit, on 15 billion to buy Eastern Seneca. I turned that into Argentine wheat, realizing 136% of the original investment. As our people swing into action in London and New York, I beat up the price on Grudge goods from 23, 92, 110, 215, 309, 410.
Here, take it. Please take it.
Who is this man? What is this money?
It's my life savings. Every cent, I put it all in your
Can't
hands.
you see we're busy?
But I beg you, it's my only chance. Please don't turn me away.
All right. Well,
I thought perhaps you'd give me a little receipt.
My dear sir, people like us don't give receipts for money. We take them.
Oh, pardon. I was confused. Here it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What? Again? Why does she keep repeating those two lines like a parrot?
What can she do if she doesn't know anymore? The song's been out of print for years.
Couldn't she sing a song that she knows?
She likes this song. She hopes if she keeps singing at the beginning, someone will come up and teach her the end.
We don't know the song. Tell her to move on.
Nor do I, sir, nor do I. Yet I have exactly the same problem. I remember only the first two lines of my favorite song as a child. A mazurka also, in case you're interested.
I'm not.
Why is it that one always forgets the words of a mazurka? I suppose they just get lost in that damnable rhythm. All I remember is, from England to Spain, I have drunk, it was bliss.
Red wine and champagne.
And many a kiss.
Yes, it comes back to me now.
Red lips and white hands and warm hearts I have known, where the nightingales dwell.
This isn't a cafe, gentlemen. This is a circus.
I whispered my home, and to each one I said farewell. From England to Spain, I have drunk, it was bliss. Red wine and champagne.
Well,
I need a name.
I need 50,000.
Immediately.
Before evening.
For a corporation. Something
Unusual.
Something.
Provocative.
Something.
Practical.
That's it.
50,000 cash.
I'm listening.
International Substrate of Paris Incorporated.
That's it. Pay him off immediately. Now, what does it mean?
It means what it says. I'm a prospector.
A prospector? Allow me to shake your hand. You are in the presence of one of nature's noblemen. Shake his hand, Baron. It is this man, my dear Baron, who smells out in the bowels of the earth for those precious deposits of liquids and metals, which the only unit of social society can be based on. The corporation. Please sit down. And now that we have a name,
You need a property.
precisely,
I have it.
a claim,
Terrific.
foreign,
French. In Indochina, Morocco, in Paris.
Paris? You've been prospecting in Paris?
For women, no doubt.
Art.
For gold, oil.
For oil? Come on, he's crazy.
He's inspired.
You think I'm crazy? They thought Columbus was crazy.
Oil in Paris?
How is that possible?
It's not only possible, it's certain.
Well, tell us. Please sit down.
You don't know, my dear sir, what treasure Paris conceals. Paris is among the least prospected places in the world. We've gone over the rest of the planet with a fine-tooth comb. But has anyone ever thought of looking for oil in Paris? Nobody. Before me, that is.
That's genius.
No, just a practical man. I use my head.
But why in the world has nobody ever thought of this before you?
The treasures of the earth, my dear sir, are not easy to get at nor to find. But they are invariably guarded by dragons. Doubtless, there is some reason for this. For once we have dug up and consumed the internal ballast of the planet, chances are it will spin off in some irresponsible tangent and smash itself up in the sky. Well, that's the risk we take. Anyway, a prospector has more important things to worry about.
I know. Snakes, tarantulas, fleas.
Worse than that, sir. Civilization.
Does that annoy you?
Civilization gets in our way all the time. For example, it covers the earth with cities and towns that are damned awkward to dig up when you want to find out what's underneath. It's not only the real estate people. You can always do business with them. It's human sentimentality. How do you do business with that?
I haven't the faintest idea.
They say that where we pass, nothing ever comes of it. What of it? Is a park any better than a coal mine? What's a mountain got that a slag pile hasn't? What would you rather have in your garden? An almond tree or an oil well?
Well...
Exactly. But what's the use of arguing with these fools? Imagine the choicest place you ever saw for an excavation. And what do they put there? A playground for children. Civilization. Anyway. That's exactly what they think. That's exactly what they want. Completely baffled, eh?
Oh, come on. A man like you...
That's what they think. That's what they want. Have you noticed this extraordinary combination of vagabonds buzzing about protectively like bees around a hive? It's because they know. They're all in league together. It's a plot to distract us, to turn us from our purpose. Well, let them try. I know there's oil here, and I'm going to dig it up. If necessary, even if I... Well, anyway, for heaven's sake, What is that?
Are my bones ready, Irma?
There won't be much today, Countess. We had broilers. Can you eat to the gentleman's side for Mrs. eating?
And my gizzard?
I'll try to get it away from him.
If he eats my gizzard, just save me some giblets. That'll do for the tomcat under the bridge. He likes a few giblets now and again.
Yes, Countess.
Waiter, ask that woman to move on.
Sorry, sir. This is her cafe.
She's the owner of the cafe?
She's the Madwoman of Chaillot.
A mad woman? She's mad?
Who says she's mad?
You just said so yourself, stupid.
Look, sir, you asked me who she was, and I told you. She's a Madwoman of Chaillot.
Call a policeman.
Yes, Countess.
Have you found it? My feather boa?
Not yet, Countess. 3 scarves, but no bow.
It's been 5 years since I've lost it. Surely you've had enough time to find it.
Try this purple one.
With my orange flowers and blue hat? You're joking. Let me see the cream one. Well, how does it look?
Terrific.
Waiter, I'm making a complaint.
Against whom?
Against you? Against that shoelace peddler? That flower girl? Those? That female lunatic or whatever you call her?
Calm yourself, Mr.
I'll do
President.
nothing of the sort, Baron. The first thing that we need to do is get rid of all these people. Just look at them. Every size, shape, color, and period of history imaginable. It's utter anarchy. I tell you, gentlemen, the only safeguard of order and discipline in the modern day and age is a standardized work with interchangeable parts.
Yes, of course.
Order, symmetry, balance. But instead of that, what? Here in Chaillot, these insolent phantoms of the past come to beard us with their ridiculous individualism. With the right of the voiceless to sing, dumb to make speeches, and bosom to bear dinner bells.
But after all, do these people matter?
My dear Baron, whenever the poor are happy, the servants proud, and the mad respected, our power is at an end. And suppose that I, president of 11 corporations, 10 times a millionaire, were to stick the gladiola in my lapel and yell, "Are my bones ready, Irma?"
Mr. President?
You see? Now,
We were discussing my plan.
oh yes, your plan. Careful, she's looking at us.
Do you know what a bomb is?
I'm told they explode.
Exactly. You see that white building across the river there? Do you happen to know what that is?
Sorry, I don't.
It's the office of the city architect. That man has stubbornly refused to grant me a permit to drill for oil anywhere within the limits of the city of Paris. I've tried everything with him. Influence, bribes.
Now what is he trying to sell us?
Nothing, sir. Nothing but health, that is. Or the health of the feet. Allow me to present myself. Dr. Gaspard Chaillot, French Navy retired. Former specialist in removal of ticks and chiggers. Now a specialist in removal of bunions and corns. In case of emergencies, Marshal the waiter will provide my home address. But normally my office is here, second row, second table, 12 to 5. Thank you very much. How are the gallstones, Marshal?
Fine. They rattle like anything.
Splendid. Good morning, Countess. How's the floating kidney? Still afloat? Splendid. As long as it's afloat, it can't sink.
Gentlemen, we have to go someplace else.
No. Don't worry. It must be near me.
It's 5 to 12.
In 5 minutes' time, you're going to see that city architect blown up, building it all. Boom.
You're not serious.
That imbecile has no one to blame but himself. Yesterday noon, he got my ultimatum. He's had 24 hours to think it over. No permit? All right, I'm sorry. Well, within 3 minutes' time, my agent's going to drop a little package in his coal bin. And 2 minutes after that, precisely at noon, boom.
Boy, you prospectors certainly do use modern methods.
The method may be modern, but the idea is old. To get at the treasure, one first must slay the dragon that guards it. I guarantee that after this, the city architect will be more reasonable. The new one, I mean?
Don't you think we're sitting a little too close for comfort?
Oh, no. Don't worry. And above all, don't stare. We may be watched. Why, that's noon! Something's wrong. Good heavens, what's this? It's Pierre, my agent. I say, officer, what's that you've got?
Drowned man. He's not drowned. His clothes are dry. He's been slugged.
Slugged is also correct. He was just about to jump when I pulled him back. I slugged him naturally so he wouldn't drag me under. Life-saving manual, rule 5. In case where there is danger of being dragged under, it is necessary to render the subject unconscious by means of a sharp blow. He's had that.
The stupid idiot! That's what comes of employing amateurs. What the devil did he do with the bomb?
Think that he'll give you away.
Oh, don't worry. I say, officer, what do you think you're doing?
Life-saving, artificial respiration. First aid to the drowning.
But he's not drowning.
But he thinks he is.
That's no good for people who drown without water. It's only good for people who drown with water.
What am I supposed to do? I've just been sworn in, it's my first day on the beat, and I can't afford to get in any trouble. I've got to go by the book.
Perfectly simple. Take him back to the bridge where we found him and throw him away. Throw him in. This way you'll get a medal. And you'll only be fined for slugging an innocent man.
What do you mean innocent? He was just about to jump when I pulled him back.
Have you any proof of that?
Well, I saw him.
Written proof? Witness?
No, but I've got to tell the truth. I've just...
Then don't waste any time. Quick, before anyone notices. Throw him in, and this way you'll be able to dive in after him.
But I don't swim.
You'll learn on the way down. Before you were born, did you know how to breathe?
All right, here we go.
One moment, please. One moment. I don't like to interfere, but I feel it's my professional duty to point out that medical science has definitely proven the fact of intrauterine respiration. So consequently, before this policeman was born, he knew not only how to breathe, but how to cough, hiccup, and belch.
Who asked you?
On the other hand, medical science has never proven the fact of intrauterine swimming or diving. So consequently, we are forced to the opinion, officer, that if you dive in, you'll probably drown.
You think so?
Who asked for your opinion?
Yeah, so pay no attention to that quack.
Quack, sir? See here. This is not a medical problem. This is a legal matter. The officer is new, and we're trying to help him.
He's probably just afraid of the water.
Nothing of the sort. Officially, I'm afraid of nothing, but I always follow doctor's orders.
You see, officer, when a child is born...
Now, what does he care about when a child is born? Officer, if you want my opinion...
It so happens I care a lot about when a child is born. It is my part and duty to aid and assist a woman in childbirth and labor.
Can you imagine?
Doctor, isn't true what they say when you have twins, the first one born is the youngest?
Oh, quite correct.
The things a policeman is supposed to know. Doctor, what does it mean when I get these pains in my shoulder?
The old woman.
Come along, Mary. I think we'd all better run along.
There, leave him to me.
Well, then I'll see you later.
Don't you think it's a bit risky for a man to marry after 45?
No, it's not risky for a man to marry after 45. Many people marry after 45.
Officer! There are two women calling for help on the alleyway there. Evan and Wilson.
2 women at once, standing up or lying down.
You better come and see. Quick.
You better take the doctor, too.
Come along, Doc, come along. Time to wait till you get back.
How beautiful he is. Is he dead, Marshall?
Hold this mirror to his mouth. If it clouds over,
It clouds over.
he's alive.
Just a sec. Look, he's opening his eyes.
How beautiful.
I have to go.
You're looking at my iris. Isn't it beautiful?
Very.
The officer was kind enough to say it becomes me, but I had to tell him quite frankly that I no longer trust his taste. Well, yesterday the flower girl gave me a lily, and he said it didn't suit me.
It's beautiful.
He'll be very pleased to know you agree with him. He's quite sensitive, really. Officer!
No, please, don't call the police.
But I must. I think I heard his
Please,
feelings.
let me go.
I'll do no such thing. Stay where you are.
Please, let me go.
I'll do nothing of the sort. When you let people go, you never see them again. I let Charlotte Madwoman go, and I never saw her again. I let Adolphe Berteau go, and I never saw him again.
My head.
Oh, here we are, officer.
I'm in a hurry, Countess.
In regards to the iris, this young man agrees with you. He says it suits me.
The man that was drowning in the Seine?
Oh, he's not. He's drowning right here. But you needn't hurry because I'm holding it on to him tight, as I should have held on to Adolphe Berteau. But I'm sure if I let him go, he would go and drown in the Seine. He's a lot better looking than Adolphe Berteau, don't you think?
How would I know?
Well, I've showed you his photograph. The one with the bicycle.
Oh, yes, the one with the hair lip.
I've told you 100 times. Adolphe Berteau does not have a hair lip. It's a scratch in the negative. What are you doing?
I'm taking down the drowned man's name and date of birth.
You think that's going to stop him from jumping in the river? Telling him his date of birth?
I'm not going to tell him. He's going to tell me.
I wouldn't tell you mine. Oh, no, officer, don't be silly. Put that book away and console him.
Console him?
When people want to die, it's your job to speak out in praise of life, not mine.
Speak out in praise of life?
I assume you have some motive for interfering with people's attempts to kill each other and rob each other and run each other over. If you believe that life has some value, tell him so. As a guardian of the state, surely you have some idea of the value of life.
Yes, Countess. Now look, young fellow.
His name is Roderick.
My name is not Roderick.
Yes, it is. It's noon. At noon, all men are called Roderick.
Except Adolphe Berteau.
In the days of Adolphe Berteau, we had to change the men when we got tired of their names. Nowadays, we're much more practical. Each hour on the hour, the names change, and the men remain the same. But we're not here to discuss Adolphe Berteau, officer. We're here to convince this young man that life is worth living.
It isn't.
Quiet. Now, what was the point of jumping off the bridge anyway?
The point was to land in the river. Roderick doesn't seem at all confused about that.
How can I convince anybody that life is worth living if you keep interrupting me all the time?
I'll be quiet.
First of all, Mr. Roderick, suicide is a crime against the state. Each time somebody commits suicide, that is one less person for the Army and one less taxpayer.
Officer, are you a lover of life or a tax collector?
A lover of life?
Surely in all of these years you found something worth living for. Some secret pleasure or passion. Tell him about it. Don't blush.
Who's blushing? Well, yes, naturally I have a passion. Like everybody else. The fact is, I love to play casino. And if the gentleman would like to join me by and by when I got off duty to a nice glass of beer, to kill an hour, that is.
He doesn't want to kill an hour. He wants to kill himself. I defy anyone to stop dying on your account.
Go ahead if you can do any better.
Oh, this is not a difficult case. In the first place, why should he want to die when he has just this minute fallen in love with someone who has just fallen in love with him?
She hasn't. How could
yes,
she?
She has. She was holding your hand. No, Roderick, stop.
You see, I told you wouldn't do any better than I did.
No, let's bet. My iris against one of your gold buttons, right?
Right.
Roger, I know very well why you were in such a hurry to drown yourself.
Don't at all.
It's because that prospector wanted you to commit a horrible crime.
How did you know that?
He stole my boat, and now he wants you to kill me.
Well, not exactly.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time they've tried it. But I'm not so easy to get rid of. Oh, no, because well, they can't kill me because I have no desire to die.
You're fortunate.
To be alive is to be fortunate, Roger. I know when you wake up in the morning, it doesn't seem so very gay. When you take your hair out of the drawer and your teeth out of the glass, you're quite likely to feel a little out of place in this naughty world. Particularly if you've been dreaming that you're a little girl on a pony, looking for strawberries in the woods. But all you need to feel the call of life again is a letter in the mail, giving you your schedule for the day. You write it to yourself the night before. Well, that's safest. Here are my assignments for the day. To mend my petticoats with red thread, to curl my ostrich feathers, to write my grandmother, etc., etc. And when I've washed my face with rose water and powdered it, and put on my rings, pins, brooches, pearls, bracelets, and earrings. In short, when I'm dressed for my morning coffee, I've had a good look at myself. Not in the glass, naturally. It lies. But in the side of a brass gong that once belonged to Admiral Courbet. Then, Roderick, Then I'm armed, I'm strong, and I'm ready to begin again.
Go on, madam. Go on.
Then, in sunlight or rain, Chaillot calls, and it's time to dress for your morning walk. Though this takes much longer, of course, without a maid impossible under an hour. What with your corset covers and drawers, all of which lace or button in the back. But I manage quite well. What I do is I lace them up in front and I twist them around to the back. It's quite simple, really. Oh, then you choose a lorgnette, and then comes a fruitless search for the feather boa that your prospector stole. I know it was he. He didn't dare look me in the eye. And then all you need is a rubber band to slip around your parasol. I lost the catch the day I struck the cat who was stalking the pigeon. It was worth it. I earned my wages that day.
Countess, if you can use it, I found a nice umbrella catch the other day ago with the cat's eye in it.
Oh, no. No, thank you, Ragpicker. They say that sometimes these eyes come to life and fill with tears. I'd be afraid.
Go on, madam. Go on.
Ah, so life is beginning to interest you, is it? Do you see how beautiful it is?
What a fool I've been.
Then, Roger, it's time for my rounds. I have my cats to feed, my dogs to pet, and my plants to water. I have to see what the evil ones are up to in the district. Those who hate plants, those who hate animals, those who hate people. I see them, ready to pull up my flowers and poison my dogs, but I'm there and I'm ready. And all you need to do to break their power is to cut across their path from the left. Now, that isn't always easy. Vice moves swiftly. But I have a good long stride and I generally manage. Don't I, my friends? Yes, the flowers have been marvelous this year. And the butcher's dog in the Rue Bizet, despite that wretch who tried to poison him, is friskier than ever.
That dog had better watch out. He has no license.
He doesn't seem to feel the need for one.
The Duchess's whippet, his getting awfully thin.
What can I do? She bought that dog full grown from a kennel where they didn't know his right name. A dog without his right name is bound to get thin.
Well, I have a friend who knows a lot about dogs, an Arab.
Ask him to call on the Duchess. She receives Thursdays 5 to 7. Well, Roderick, that's life. How does it seem to you now?
It seems marvelous.
Officer, my button. And that's just the morning. Wait till I tell you about
All right, Pierre. Come along with me.
I'm perfectly all right here.
I said come along now.
I'd better go, man.
No.
It's no use.
I'm holding your arm because I'll need you to take me home in a few minutes. I'm very easily frightened.
Madam, will you oblige me by letting my friend go?
I will not oblige you in any way.
Then I will oblige you.
Countess! You needed him.
Officer! Officer!
What's the trouble?
Officer, arrest that woman! She refuses to let that man go!
Why should she?
Because it's illegal for any woman to detain a man on the street.
Suppose it's her son whom she's found again after 20 years.
Or her long-lost brother. The Countess is not so old.
Thank you, Ragpicker.
Officer, this is a clear case of disorderly conduct.
Irma, what's the deaf mute saying?
She says the young man is in danger of his life. He mustn't go with him.
What does she know?
She knows everything.
Officer, I'm afraid I'll have to ask for your number.
Take his number. It's 2133. It adds up to 9. It'll bring you luck.
Countess, between ourselves, what are you holding him for anyway?
I'm holding him because I want to hold him. I've never really held a man before, and I'm enjoying it. And because as long as I hold him, he's free.
Pierre, I'm giving you fair warning.
And because Irma wants me to hold him. If I let him go, it would break her heart.
Oh, Countess!
Move along. You're blocking traffic.
I have your number. Officer! Oh, Pierre! You regret this?
Thank you, Countess.
They're blackmailing you, aren't they? What did you do? Murder someone?
No.
Steal something?
No.
What then?
I forged a signature.
Whose signature?
My father's. To a note.
And that man has the papers, I suppose.
He promised to tear him up if I did what he wanted, but I couldn't do it.
But he's mad. Does he really want to destroy the whole of Chaillot?
He wants to destroy the whole city.
Fantastic.
It's not funny, Countess. He's mad, but he can do it. He has friends. Their machines are already drawn up and waiting. In 3 months' time, you may see Paris covered by a force of derricks and drills.
Well, what are they looking for? Have they lost something?
They're looking for oil, Countess. They think Paris is sitting on a lake of oil.
So what if it is? What harm does it do?
They want to bring it up to the surface, Countess.
Well, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. What do they want with this oil?
They want to make war.
Let's forget about these horrible men. The world is beautiful. It's happy. That's how God made it, and no man can change it. Yeah.
You don't understand, Countess.
Yes.
Countess, if you only knew.
If I only knew what?
Shall we tell her now?
What are you hiding from me?
Nothing, Countess. It is you who are hiding.
You tell her. You've been a pitchman. You can talk.
Tell
Go
her.
on.
Go ahead, tell her.
You're frightening me, my friends. Go on. I'm listening.
Well, Countess, there was a time when old clothes were as good as new. In fact, they were better. Because when people wore clothes, they gave something to them. You might not believe it, but right this minute, some of the highest priced shops in Paris are selling clothes that were thrown away 30 years ago. They're selling them for new. That's how good they were.
Well?
Countess, there was a time when garbage was a pleasure. A garbage can is not what it is now. I mean, if it smelled a little strange, it was because it was a little confused. I mean, there was everything there. Sardines, cologne, iodine, roses. An amateur might jump to the wrong conclusions, but to a professional, it was the smell of God's plenty.
Well?
Countess, the world has changed.
Nonsense. How could it change? The people are the same, I hope.
No, Countess. The people are not the same. The people are different. There's been an invasion, an infiltration from another planet. The world is not happy. It's no longer beautiful.
Not happy? Is this true?
Yes,
Why didn't you tell me before?
Because you live in a dream, Countess, and we don't like to disturb you.
How could this happen?
Countess, there was a time when you could walk around Paris and all the people you met were just like yourself. A little cleaner maybe, or dirtier perhaps, or angry or smiling, but you knew them. They were you. Well, Countess, 20 years ago, one day on the street, I saw a face in the crowd. A face, you might say, without a face. The eyes, empty. The expression, not human. Not a human face. It saw me staring. And when it looked back at me with its gelatin eyes, I shuddered. Because I knew that to make room for this one of us must have left the earth. And after a while, I saw another and another. And since then, I've seen hundreds come in. Yes, thousands.
Describe them to me.
You've seen them yourself, Countess. Their clothes don't wrinkle. Their hats don't come off. And when they talk, they don't look at you. They don't perspire.
Do they have wives? Do they have children?
They buy the models out of shop window, furs and all. They animate them by some secret process, and then they marry them. Naturally, they don't have children.
Well, what work do they do?
They don't do any work. Whenever they meet, they whisper, and then pass each other 1,000-franc notes. You see them standing on the corners by the stock exchange. They don't do anything, but wherever they are, things are not the same. I remember well a time when a cabbage could sell itself just by being a cabbage. Nowadays, it's no good being a cabbage unless you have an agent and pay him a commission. Nothing is free anymore to sell itself or give itself away. These days, Countess, Every cabbage has its promoter.
I can't believe that.
Countess, little by little, the promoters have taken over the world. They don't do anything. They don't make anything. They just stand there and take their cut. It makes a difference. Look at the shopkeepers. Do you ever see one smiling at a customer anymore? Certainly not. Their smiles are strictly for the promoters. So now you know, Countess, why the world is no longer happy. We are the last of the free people on this earth. And you saw them looking over us today. Tomorrow the street singer will start paying the song promoter, and the garbage promoter will be after me. I tell you, Countess, we're finished. It is the end of free enterprise in this world.
Is this true, Roderick?
I'm afraid it's true.
Did you know about this, Irma?
All I know is that the waiter says that faith is dead.
I've stopped taking bets over the phone.
Even there's different, Countess. My music, it doesn't carry anymore.
The Sky promoter steals it.
My flowers don't last overnight. Now they will.
Have you noticed the pigeons don't fly anymore?
They can't afford to. They walk.
Then they're a pack of fools, and so are you. Why are you complaining instead of doing something about it? How can you live in a world where there's unhappiness? Where man is not his own master? Are you cowards? If these men are the trouble, all we have to do is get rid of them.
How can we get rid of them? They're too powerful.
The officer will help us.
Who, me?
There are a great many of them, Countess. The deaf-mute knows them all. They employed her once, years ago. Because she was deaf. But then they fired her. Because she wasn't blind. They're all connected, like parts of a machine.
So much the better. We can drive the whole machine into a ditch.
It's not that easy, Countess. They change before your very eyes. I remember when I was in training, you catch a president, he turns into a trustee. You catch him as a trustee, he's not a trustee, he's an honorary vice chairman. You catch a senator dead to rights, wham, he's a minister of justice. You catch the minister of justice, bango, he's the chief of police. And there you are, out of the service.
He's right, Countess. They have all the money and all the power. And they're greedy for more.
They're greedy?
Yes, Countess.
Then my friends, if they're greedy, they're lost. And if they're greedy, they're stupid. And if they're greedy, don't worry. I know what to do.
But what are you
Dear,
going to do?
by tonight you will be an honest man. And musician, your songs will be heard. And Marshal, your beer will flow freely again. Just wait right quickly. Irma, do you have any kerosene in the house?
Kerosene? Yes, I'll put some in a clean bottle for you.
I only want a little. In a dirty bottle. Mix it with some mud and some mange care if you have it.
Yes, Countess.
Stepney, take a letter. Musician, go and find Madame Constance. Tell her to be at my house at 3 p.m. today. No, 2 p.m. I'll be waiting for her in my cellar. Tell her that we have to discuss the future of mankind. That's sure to bring her. And ask her to bring Madame Josephine and Mademoiselle Gabrielle. Do you know how to get to see Madame Constance? You knock twice and meow 3 times. Do you know how to meow?
I'm better at barking.
Better practice meowing on the way. And street singer, remind me to ask Madame Constance.
Meow.
I think she knows the verses to your
Meow.
Yes, Countess.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
I wonder where Irma is with that kerosene.
Here it is, Countess.
Thank you, Irma. Ready, deaf-mute?
Ready.
My dear Mr. What are they called?
They're all called Mr. President.
My dear Mr. President, I have personally verified the existence of a spontaneous outcrop of oil in the cellar of number 21 Rue de Chaillot, which is at present occupied by a person of unstable mentality. Which is why, fortunately for us, it has been kept secret for so long. If you wish to verify the existence for yourself, please call at the above address at 3 p.m. today. I'm here with enclosing a sample so that you may judge the quality and consistency of the crude. Yours very truly, Roderick. Can you sign the prospector's name?
You wish me to?
One forgery wipes out another.
Who is to deliver this?
The waiter, of course, on his bicycle. And after you've dropped it off, stop by the prospector's office. Tell him that the president expects to see him at my house at 3 p.m.
Yes, Countess.
My boa, please.
The one that's stolen, Countess?
Naturally. The one the prospector stole.
It hasn't turned up yet. Someone's up the fox collar.
Real fox?
It looks like it.
Fox and ermine are made for each other. Let me see it.
Yes, Countess.
Roderick, you shall take me home. You still look pale. I have some chartreuse. I take a glass each year, and last year I forgot. You shall have it.
Anything I can do to help?
Oh, there's plenty of things you can do. There's all the things that need to be done in a room where no man has stepped foot for 20 years. You can open the blinds and let a little sunshine in. And the door of the wardrobe, you can take it off and deliver me once and for all from that harpy that stares at me through the glass. And you can let the mouse out of the trap. I'm tired of feeding him. Well, let's get to work. Each man to his post. Thank you. It's Rabbit. Your arm, Valentine?
Valentine?
Yes. Did you not hear the 1 o'clock strike? At 1, all men are called Valentine.
Permit me.
Or Valentino. It's obviously far from the same, but they have that much choice. Thank you, my boy.
I hate ugliness. I love beauty. I hate meanness. I adore kindness. It may not seem so exciting to some to be a waitress in Paris. Oh, but I love it. A waitress meets all sorts of exciting people. She experiences life. But I have never said I love you to anyone in the world before. Sure, men try to make me say it. When I say I love you to him, he will know just by looking in my eyes. And many have tried to make me say it. But I have never said I love you to anyone in the world before. Never. No. I love you.
Irma!
Coming.
Oh, that's very nice, but please don't stand on ceremony here. Put your boots on. Put them on.
Thanks, Countess.
You must have a horrible opinion of the upper world. The way we throw trash into your territory is absolutely scandalous. I burn all my garbage, and I scatter the ashes. The only thing I put down the drain is flowers. Did you happen to see a lily float by this morning? Mine. But perhaps you didn't notice.
Oh, we noticed a lot more down there, Countess, than you think. Little things float by that were obviously intended for us. Little gifties, you might say. Sometimes a brand new shaving brush. And sometimes A copy of the Brothers Karamazov. Thanks for the lily. A very sweet thought.
Tomorrow you shall receive this iris. But now, there are two questions that I really must ask you.
Yes, Countess.
First, and this has nothing to do with my problem, it's just something that's been troubling me. Tell me, is it true that the sewermen of Paris have a king?
Oh, Countess. That's another one of those stories that comes out of the Sunday supplement. Seems to me those writers can't keep their minds off the sewers. They think of us crawling around in our underground canals like gondoliers in Venice, and sends them into a fever of romance. But the things they say we have a race of girls out there that are never permitted to see the light of day. Completely fantastic. Girls naturally come out every Christmas and Easter. And orgies by candlelight with gondolas and guitars, and rats that dance as they follow the piper. What nonsense. They're not allowed to dance. No. And of course we have no king. Down in the sewers you'll find nothing but good Republicans.
And no queen?
Well, we may run a beauty contest down there once in a while, but no queen. Well, not what you would call a queen. Oh, and as for the swimming races in the summer, maybe once in a while, in the real dog days.
Well, I believe you. But I must come to my second question.
Yes, Countess?
Do you remember that day that I found you here, in my cellar? You were pale and strange, and half dead as a matter of fact, and I brought you some brandy.
Oh, yes, Countess.
You promised that day to tell me the secret of this room.
The secret of the moving fireplace?
I need it now.
Only the king of the sewer people knows that, Countess.
I believe that. I have 3 magic words that will open any door that magic words will open. I've tried them all, in various tones of voice. They don't work. And it's a matter of life and death.
Look, Countess.
Good heavens. Where does the passageway lead?
Nowhere.
Well, it must go somewhere.
It just goes down.
Let's go see.
No, Countess, never again. The time you found me, I had a pretty close shave. I kept on going down and around and around and down for an hour, a day, a year. No, Countess, once you go down there, there's no coming up.
You came up?
That was a special case. And I stopped in time.
Who could build such a thing?
Paris is old, Countess. Paris is very old.
You don't suppose, by any chance, there's a little oil down there?
There's only death down there.
I should have preferred a little oil. Or a vein of gold. Or emeralds. You're quite sure there's nothing?
Not even rats.
How do you close the door?
Well, simple. To open, you pull here. And to close, you push here. Now only 2 in the world know it.
I won't remember long. You don't mind if I say my magic words while I press the stone, do you?
Well, it's bound to help.
Madame Constance and Mademoiselle Gabrielle are here, Countess.
Send them down, Irma. Thank you very much, Mr. Sewerman.
It's like that story they say about the steam laundry running day and night in my sewer. I can assure you, if you're imagining it never works nights.
Aurelia, here we are. Don't tell us they found your boa. You mean Adolphe Berthaud has proposed at last? I knew he would.
How are you, Constance? How are you, Gabrielle? Thank you both so much for coming.
You needn't shout today, my dear. Today's Wednesday. Wednesdays I hear perfectly. It's Thursday.
Come along, Dickie, come along. And stop that barking. What a racket you are making. Come along, Dickie. We've come to see the longest boa and the handsomest man in Paris. Come
Not a question of my boa today, Constance, nor of Adolphe. It's a question of the future of mankind.
Do you think it has a future?
Don't make silly jokes. Sit down and listen to me. We've got to make a decision today that may alter the fate of the world.
Oh, couldn't we do it tomorrow? I want to wash my slippers.
We haven't time. Where's Josephine? Well, we'll start our team as soon as Josephine gets here.
Josephine is sitting in front of the palace, waiting for President Wilson. She says she's very sorry, but she must see him today.
Now, Dickie, please! What a pity she had to see him today. That girl had the first-class brain.
Well, go ahead, dear. We're listening. What is it, Dickie, dear? You want to sit in Aunt Aurelia's lap? Go ahead, dear. Jump up by the lap. Go ahead.
Now, Constance, you know we love you dearly. And we love Dickie, too. But this is too serious a matter. So let's stop acting childish for once.
And what is that supposed to mean?
It means Dickie's. You know we love him and fuss over him just as if he were still alive. He is a sacred memory with us, and we wouldn't hurt his feelings for anything in the world. But please don't plump him in my lap when I'm settling the fate of the world. His basket is in the corner. He knows where it is, and he can just go sit in it.
So you're against Dickie, too?
I'm not in the least bit against Dickie. I adore Dickie. But you know as well as I that he's only a convention with us. A beautiful convention. But that doesn't mean he has to bark and carry on all the time. Besides, it's you that spoils him. When you went to visit your niece and left Dickie here with me, we got along marvelously together. When you're not around, he's a model dog. He doesn't bark. He doesn't tear things up. He doesn't even eat. But as soon as you're around, one can hardly pay attention to anything else. Now, I will not take Dickie in my lap. Not for anything in the world. And that's that.
Constance, dear, I don't mind taking him in my lap. He loves to sit in my lap.
Don't you, darling? Oh, kindly stop putting on a jug airs, Gabrielle. I know you very well, and you're much too sweet to be sincere. There are plenty of times when I'm only pretending Dickie is here, when really I've left him alone. And you continue to cuddle and pet him just the same.
Well, I adore animals.
If you adore animals, then you shouldn't pet them when they're not here. It's a form of hypocrisy.
Now, Constance, Gabrielle has as much right as you.
Gabrielle has no right to do what she does. Do you know what she does? She invites people to tea with us. But people whom we don't even know, whom exist only in her imagination.
You think that's not in existence?
I don't invite them at all. They come by themselves. What can I do?
Well, you might introduce us.
What do you want to meet them for if you think they're imaginary?
Well, of course they're imaginary. But who likes to have imaginary people staring at one? Especially strangers.
Oh, they're really very nice.
Am I going to be allowed to speak? Or is this going to be like the conversation about inoculating Josephine's cat, where we didn't get to the subject at all?
Oh, I would never give my consent to that. I would never do something like that to your... Oh, come here, Dickie.
Good heavens. Now she's in tears. What an impossible creature. Oh, she'll spoil everything. Constance, stop crying. I will take Dickie in my lap.
No, he won't go now. Oh, how can you be so cruel? Don't you suppose I know about Dickie? Don't you think I'd rather have him here, alive and woolly and frisking around the way he used to? You have your dove. Gabrielle has her birds. But I only have Dickie. Do you think I'd be so silly about him if it's by pretending he's here I get him to come sometimes? Next time, I won't bring him.
Now let's not get excited over nothing at all. Come here, Dickie. Irma's gonna take you for a walk. Irma?
No, he won't go now. Besides, I didn't even bring him today. So there.
Irma, make sure the doors are locked.
What do you mean? Why locked? Who's coming?
You know by now if you let me get a word in. A horrible thing has happened. Today, at exactly noon.
Oh, how exciting.
Be quiet. Today, at exactly noon, thanks to a young man who tried to drown himself in the Seine. Oh, that reminds me, Constance.
Yes,
do you know the mazurka La Belle Polonaise?
Why, yes, Aurelia.
Could you sing it this very minute?
Yes, Aurelia.
All of it?
Yes, Aurelia, but who's interrupting now?
You're right. Today, at exactly noon, I discovered a horrible plot. There's a group of men who want to destroy the whole city.
Is that all?
But I don't understand And Aurelia, why would the men want to destroy the city? It was they themselves who put it up.
There are some people who want to destroy everything. They have a fever of destruction. Even when they're pretending to build, it's only in order to destroy. When they're putting up one building, they're quietly knocking down two old ones. They're building in order to destroy our countryside. They're destroying space with telephones and time with airplanes. Humanity is dedicated to universal demolition. I speak, of course, primarily of the male sex.
Aurelia! Must you talk sex in front of Gabrielle?
After all, there are two sexes.
Gabrielle never married?
No, she can't be that innocent. She keeps canaries.
I think you're being very cruel about men, Aurelia. Men are big and beautiful and as loyal as dogs. I preferred not to marry. It's true, but I have heard excellent reports of them from my friends who have had the opportunity to observe them closely.
Oh, my dear, you are still living in a dream. But one day you will wake up, as I have, and you'll see that the world has changed. The tides have turned. Men are turning back into beasts. Just look at them, snuffling their soup like pigs, and tearing their meat like tigers, and chopping their lettuce like crocodiles. A man doesn't ask for your hand nowadays. He gives you his paw.
Would that bother you so much if they changed into animals? Personally, I think it's a good idea. I'd love to see them that way. They'd be sweet. It might be the salvation of the human race.
You'd make a fine rabbit, wouldn't you?
I?
Of course. You don't think it's just the men who are changing, do you? Oh, no. You'd change right along with them. Husbands and wives together. We're all one race, after all.
And why would my husband be a rabbit if he were still alive?
His front teeth. The way he nibbles his celery.
I remember. I'm happy to say absolutely nothing about the man.
How can you not remember your husband?
How dare you question my memories? Suppose I said, your pearls are false.
They were.
I'm not asking what they were. I'm asking what they are. Are they false or are they real?
Everyone knows that as you wear pearls, little by little, they become real. Now let's stop wasting time. I must go on.
Furthermore, I think Gabrielle is perfectly right about men. There's still plenty of men who haven't changed a bit. Like, for instance, the old senator who bows to Gabrielle every morning in front of the palace. And he even takes his hat off each and every time. That's perfectly true, Aurelia. He's always pushing an empty baby carriage, and he always stops and bows.
Don't be fooled, Gabrielle. I warn you, it's all make-believe. Don't let that senator with the empty baby carriage pull the wool over your eyes.
He's really the soul of courtesy. He seems very correct.
Those are the worst ones. Believe me, men have lost all sense of decency. Besides, they're disgusting. Just look at them up at the tables at the cafes in the evening, working together in unison with their toothpicks hour after hour, digging up roast beef and veal and onion.
And they don't harm anyone that way.
Then why do you barricade your door and make your friends meow before you let them up? Incidentally, we must make a charming sight, Gabrielle and I, howling like tomcats on your doorstep.
There's no need for you to yowl together. One would be quite enough. And you know perfectly well why, because there are murderers.
I don't see what stops murderers from meowing like everyone else. Because why are there murderers?
Because there are thieves.
And why are there thieves? Why is there practically nothing but thieves?
Because they worship money, and money is king.
Now we've come to it. We are living in the age of the golden calf. Did you know that, Gabrielle? Men now publicly worship the golden calf.
Heavens! Have the authorities been notified?
The authorities do it themselves.
Has anyone spoken to the bishop?
Nowadays, only money speaks to the bishop. And now you see why I brought you here. The humanity is out of its mind. Unless we do something, it's doomed. What do you suggest, Constance?
You know what I always do in a situation like this.
You write the Prime Minister.
He always does what I tell him to do.
Does he ever answer your letters?
He knows I prefer not to. It might excite gossip. Besides, I don't always write. Sometimes I wire. Like the time I told them about the Archbishop's Frigidaire, that was by wire. And they sent him a new one the very next day.
There's probably a commission in it for someone. What do you suggest, Gabrielle?
Now, how can she tell until she's consulted her voices? I'll go right home and consult them, if you like, and we can meet again after dinner.
We haven't time for that. Besides, in my opinion, your voices aren't real voices at all.
How do you dare say a thing like that?
Well, where do they come from now? Still your sewing machine?
Not at all. They've moved into my hot water bottle. And it's much nicer that way. They don't chatter anymore. They gurgle. But they haven't been a bit nice to me lately. Why, last night they kept telling me to let my canaries out. Let them out! Let them out! Let them out!
Did you?
I opened the cage, but they wouldn't go.
I don't call that voices. Objects talk. Everyone knows that. It's a principle behind the phonograph. Besides, to ask a hot water bottle is silly. What does a hot water bottle know? No, all we need to consult here is our own judgment.
Well then, why don't you tell us what you've decided? Since you're asking for our opinion, you've doubtless made up your mind.
Yes, I've thought the whole thing through. All I really needed to know was the source of the infection. And today I found it.
Where?
You'll see. I bait a trap. In just a few minutes, the rats will be. Don't worry, they're still humans.
So what are you going to do with them?
Well, that's just the question. Suppose I get all of the world's wicked people here, in my cell. Do I have the right to exterminate them?
To kill them? That's not a question for us. Better ask Father Bidet.
Oh, I have. Oh, yes. One day in confession, I told him quite frankly that I have a secret desire to destroy all the world's wicked people. And he said, by all means, my child. And when you are ready to go into action, I shall lend you the jawbone of an ass.
That's just talk. You get him to put that in writing. What's your scheme, Aurelia?
That's a secret.
Besides, it's not so easy to kill them. Let's say, for instance, you had a tank full of burning oil. You couldn't get the men to just walk right into it. There's nothing so stubborn as a man when you want him to do something.
Leave that to me.
And besides, if they're killed, then they're bound to be missed. And then we'll be fine. They find me for every little thing these days.
They won't be missed.
I wish Josephine were here. Her sister's husband was a lawyer, you know. She knows all about those things.
Do you miss a cold when it's gone? When the world is well again, do you think it will regret its illness? No. It will stretch itself and smile. And that's all.
Gabrielle, are your voices here, yes or no?
What are you talking about now?
I'm simply asking Gabrielle if her voice is here or not. I have the right to know. I'm not allowed to say. I know perfectly well they are. Otherwise, you would not be making those faces.
May I ask what difference it makes to you if her voices are here or not?
Just this. If they are here, I'm not going to say another word. I'm not going to commit myself in a matter involving the death sentence, especially in the presence of the members of the third parties, whether they exist or not. That's not being very nice to my guest, Constance.
Constance? Are you mad? Are you so stupid as to think that just because we're alone that there's no one else in the room? Do you find us so boring or repulsive that out of all the millions of beings, imaginary or otherwise, that not one would want to spend a moment with us? Oh, contraire, my dear. My house is full of guests. They come here because they know that here, at least, is one place in the universe where they can be sure of a welcome and a pleasant hour. And I, for one, am delighted to have them.
Thank you, Aurelia. You know perfectly well.
I know perfectly well that right now the entire universe is listening to us. That every word we say echoes to the remotest star. To think otherwise is sheerest hypocrisy.
Then why do you insult me in front of everyone? I'm not mean. I'm shy. I feel funny about giving my opinion in front of such a crowd. And if you think that I am so bad and so stupid, then why did you invite me here in the first place?
I'll tell you why. Bickersome and difficult as you are, I always offer you my biggest piece of cake and my best honey. It's because when you come, you bring someone with you. And I don't mean Dickie. I mean another Constance, who resembles you like a sister, only she's young and lovely, and sits modestly to one side and smiles at me tenderly, while you're bickering and quarreling, and doesn't say a word. It's because of her that you're here. And it's her that I offer my cake and you gobble. And it's her vote that I wish you to cast at this crucial moment, and not yours, which is of no importance to me whatsoever. I'm leaving. Be so kind as to sit down. I can't let her go yet.
No, this is too much, and I'm taking her with me. Countess, Madame Josephine.
Thank heaven
for save! Oh, my dear friends, today, once again, I have waited and waited for President Wilson, but he didn't come out.
You'll have to wait quite a while longer before he does. He's been dead since 1924.
I have plenty of time.
Josephine and anyone else sees extravagances would seem childish. But a person of your judgment doubtless has a reasons for wanting to speak to a man to whom no one would listen when he was alive. Now, I have a legal question for you. Suppose you had all the world's wicked people here in one room, and suppose you had a way of getting rid of them. Would you have the right to do it?
Why not?
Exactly my point.
But Josephine, so many people.
De minimis non curat lex. The more there are, the more legal it is. It's impersonal. It's even military. It's the cardinal principle of battle. You get all your enemies in one place, and you kill them all together. Because if you had to track them down one by one in their houses and offices, you'd get tired and, sooner or later, stop. I believe your idea is very practical, Aurelia. I can't imagine why we haven't thought of it before.
Well, I think it's all right.
By all means. Your criminals have had a fair trial, I suppose.
Trial?
Certainly. You can't kill anybody without a trial. It's elementary. No man shall be deprived of his life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
If they deprive us of ours,
that's not the point. You're not being accused of anything. Every accused, man, woman, or child, has the right to defend himself at the bars of justice. Even animals. So you see, in having a trial, you run no risk whatever.
But if I give them the slightest cause for suspicion, I'll lose them.
There's a simple procedure prescribed in such cases. You can summon the defendant by calling them 3 times, mentally if you like. If they don't appear, the court may order an attorney to represent them. The attorney can then represent their case to the court in absentia, and a judgment can then be rendered in contumacio.
But I don't know any lawyers, and we have only 10 minutes.
Hurry, Josephine! Hurry!
In case of emergency, it is permissible for the court to order the first passerby to act as an attorney for the defense. A defense is like a baptism. It's absolutely indispensable, but you don't need to know anything to do it. Ask Irma to get you somebody, anybody.
The deaf mute?
Well, that's getting it down a bit fine. It might be questionable on appeal.
Irma! What about the police officer?
He won't do. He's under oath to the state.
Irma, who's up there?
All our friends.
And the rag picker?
Yes.
Please send down the rag picker.
Do you think it's wise to have all those millionaires represented by a rag picker?
It's the first-rate choice. All criminals are represented by their opposites. Murderers by someone who obviously wouldn't hurt a fly. Rapists by a member for the League of Decency. Experience shows it's the only way to get an acquittal.
But we mustn't have an acquittal. It would mean the end of the world.
Justice is justice, my dear.
Greetings, Count. Ladies, my most sincere compliments.
Has Irma told you?
She said something about a trial.
We are putting all the world's wicked people before the bar of justice. You have been appointed attorney for the defense.
Terribly flattered, I'm sure.
Do you know the defendants well enough to undertake the case?
I know the defendants to the bottoms of their souls. I go through their garbage every day.
And what do you find there?
Mostly flowers.
Are you trying to prejudice this case?
Oh, no, Countess, no. Permit me to make a suggestion. Instead of speaking as attorney, suppose I speak directly as defendant. That way, it'll be more convincing, and I'll be able to get into it more.
Excellent idea. Motion granted. But you mustn't be too convincing.
Impartial, Countess, impartial.
Have you had time to prepare your case?
How rich am I?
Millions, billions.
How did I get them? Theft, murder, embezzlement?
Most likely.
And do I have a wife, a mistress?
Everything.
Okay, I'm ready.
Will you have some tea?
Is that good?
Oh, yes, very good for the voice. The Russians drink it every day, and they talk like anything.
All right, tea.
Officers, you will conduct the prisoner to the bar.
Gather around. The trial is public.
Your bell, if you please, Aurelia.
My bell? But suppose I should need to ring for Irma.
Irma will sit there, next to me. If you should need her, then she can ring for herself. Prosecutor, take your place. The court is now in session. You may take the oath.
I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Nonsense. You're not a witness. You're a lawyer.
All right. I promise to lie, conceal, and distort everything and slander everyone. So help me God.
Quiet! Begin.
May it please the Honorable August and elegant court.
Flattery will get you nowhere. That will do. The defense has been heard. Cross-examination.
Mr. President,
Madam,
do you know with what you are charged?
I can't for the life of me imagine. My life is an open book. My ways are known to all. I am the pillar of the church and the sole support of the opera. My hands are spotless.
What an atrocious lie! Just look at him.
You don't have to insult the man. He's only lying to please you.
Be quiet. You still don't get the idea. You are charged with the crime of worshiping money.
Worshipping money, me.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Which is it?
Why, Your Honor.
Yes or no?
Yes or no? No. I don't worship money. Why, it's just the other way around. Money worships me. It adores me. It won't leave me alone.
Listen to that.
It's damn embarrassing, I can tell you.
Defendant, you will tell the court how you came by your money.
Sir, the first time money came to me, I was but a mere boy. A little golden-haired child in the bosom of my dear family. It came to me in the guise of a brick, which, in my innocence, I picked out of the garbage can one day while poor. I was horrified, as you can imagine. I had once tried to get rid of it by swapping it for this little run-down, one-track railroad, which, to my consternation, at once sold itself for 100 times its value. In a desperate effort to get rid of this money, I began to buy things. I bought the Northern Refineries, the Gallery Lafayette, the Schneider Munition Works, and now I'm stuck with them. Everyone knows that the poor are alone to blame for their poverty. It is only just that they should have to suffer the consequences. But how is it the fault of the rich? If they're rich, it's a horrible fate, but I'll resign to it. And I don't ask for your pity. And I don't ask for your sympathy. All I ask for is a little human understanding.
Dry your tears. You're not fooling anyone. If, as you say, you're ashamed of your money, why do you hold on to it with such a death grip?
Me?
You never part with a franc.
The poor deputy still. Me? Hold on to money? What slander? What injustice? What a thing to say to me in the presence of this honorable, august, and elegant court. Why, it's just the other way around, ladies and gentlemen. I spend all my time trying to spend my money. If I have tan shoes, I buy black ones. If I have a bicycle, I buy a motor car. I spend all my time trying to spend my money. So now, do you suppose I can rid of 40 millions by giving a sou to a deaf mute? Is it even worth the effort?
He's right.
Ah, at last, somebody who understands me. Somebody who is not only beautiful, but extraordinarily sensitive and intelligent.
I object! Overruled!
I should be delighted to send you some flowers, miss, when I'm acquitted. What flowers do you prefer, may I ask?
Petunias.
You shall have a bail every morning for the next 5 years. Money means nothing to me.
An amaryllis?
I'll make a note of the name. The little lady understands, ladies and gentlemen. The lady is no fool. If I were to give the deputy a franc, 20 francs, 20 million francs, it still wouldn't make a dent in the 40 times 1,000 million francs that I am afflicted with. Right, little lady?
He's right.
Money sticks to me like a mustard plaster, like on the exchange. If you buy a stock, it goes down like a plummet. But if I buy a stock, it turns around and soars like an eagle. If I buy it at 33,
I know, it goes up to 1,000.
it goes up to 20,000. That's how I bought my 12 chateaux, my 20 villas, my 234 farms. That's how I endow the opera and support my 12 ballerinas.
Don't listen, Gabrielle. Listen to what? Enough!
I mix morals with me. Delicious combination. I adorn resistance with rubies. My touch is jeweled and my smile a motor car. What woman can withstand me? I lift my little finger, and do they fall? Like leaves in the autumn. Like tin cans from a second-story window.
This is going a bit far, I must say.
Do you see where money leaves?
Yes, of course. Because when you have no money, nobody trusts you, nobody likes you, and nobody believes you. Because to have money is to be virtuous, honest, beautiful, and witty. And to be without it is to be stupid and boring and ugly and useless.
Mr. President, one last question. If you find this oil, what do you propose to do with it?
I propose to make war. I propose to conquer the world.
You've heard the defense, such as it is. I demand a verdict of guilty.
What are you talking about? Guilty? I'll have you know I'm never guilty.
I order you to be quiet.
I am never quiet.
Quiet! In the name of the law.
I am the law. When I speak, that is the law. When I present my foot, it is etiquette to smile and apply the lips respectively. It is more than etiquette. It is a national privilege guaranteed by the Constitution.
It's contempt of court. The trial is over.
And the verdict?
Guilty. Guilty as charged.
Then I have full authority to carry out my sentence.
Yes, Countess.
I can do what I like with them.
Yes, Countess.
I can exterminate them.
Absolutely.
Court adjourned. Congratulations, Rag Picker. Marvelous job. Absolutely impartial.
Well, had I known a little more before, I might have been able to do a little better. I could have prepared a speech, like the time I used to sell spot maneuvers.
No need for that. You did very well. Extempore. Your style is reminiscent of Clemenceau. You've got a great future. Goodbye, Aurelia. I'll take our little Gabrielle. And I'm going to take a walk along the river. Countess, my mazurka, remember? You promised.
Constance, wait a moment. Well, begin.
Do you hear, mademoiselle, those musicians of hell? Why, of course. It's the Belle Polonaise. From Poland to France comes this marvelous dance, so gracious, audacious, will you put it perchance? Now my arms I entwine, from these contours divine, so pure, so impassioned, which Cupid has fashioned. Let's dance a mazurka, that devilish measure, 'tis a joy that's reserved to the gods for their pleasure. Let's gallop, let's hop, with never a stop. Let our heads spin and turn as the dance floor we spurn. There was never such pleasure as this. Let's dance a mazurka, that devilish measure, 'tis a joy that's reserved to the gods for their pleasure. Let's gallop, let's hop, with never a stop. Let our heads spin and turn as the dance floor we spurn. There was never such pleasure as this. Let's dance a mazurka, that devilish measure, 'tis a joy that's reserved to the gods for their pleasure. Let's gallop, let's hop, with never a stop.
It's time for your afternoon nap. Thank you, my dear. Have you ever seen a trial end more happily in your life?
Just lie down and close your eyes for a moment.
But suppose they come.
I'll watch out for them.
Is that you, Adolphe Berteau?
It's only Pierre.
Don't lie to me. Tell me it's you.
It's I.
Would it cost you so much to call me Aurelia?
It's I, Aurelia.
Why did you leave me, Adolphe Berteau? Was she so lovely, this Georgette of yours?
You are 1,000 times lovelier.
She was clever then.
She was stupid.
When you looked into her eyes, you saw a vision of heaven, perhaps.
I saw nothing.
That's how men are. They love you because you're beautiful and soulful and clever. And they leave you for someone who's plain and stupid and soulless. But why, Adolphe Berteau? Why?
My darling, forgive me.
No, never.
But I swear, Aurelia.
Don't swear. I know. You brought her the same flowers. You sent her the same chocolate. No, I will never forgive you as long as I live.
And I loved you.
Loved? Then you're dead too, Adolphe Berteau?
No, I love you. I shall always love you.
I know. That much I've always known. I knew that the moment you left. And I knew it would never change. But I did want to hear you say it.
Don't forgive me, Aurelia.
No, farewell, Adolphe Berteau. Farewell. Let go of my hand and give it to little Pierre. Pierre? Is that you? Is he gone?
Yes, Countess.
He makes a fast exit, that one. I didn't even hear him go. Oh, good heavens, where did you find it?
In the wardrobe when I took off the mirror.
And a purple felt shopping bag?
Yes, Countess.
And a little child's sewing box?
No, Countess.
Oh, they're frightened now. They're trembling for their lives. Do you see what they're doing? They're quietly putting back all the things they've stolen from me. But how stupid they are. The one thing I really wanted was my little green sewing box. You're quite sure it wasn't there.
What was it like?
It was green cardboard with a gold braid all around it.
It's not there, Countess.
The thimble was gilt. I swear I'd never use any other. But look at my poor fingers.
They've kept the thimble, too.
Here they come, Countess. You were right. It's a procession. The street is full of taxis and limousines.
I will receive them alone.
But, Countess...
Don't worry. I can take care of myself. Put my bow around my neck. I want them to see me wearing it. Have you stirred the kerosene into the water, Irma?
Yes, Countess.
Now don't forget, I'm supposed to be deaf. I want to hear what they're thinking.
Yes, Countess.
I don't have to be merciful, but after all, I do want to be just.
Madam, that when I meant it this morning that we should meet again.
Louder. The old truck can't hear you.
I have a letter here, madam, in which...
Louder. Is it true that you've located...
Oil? Sign here.
What is it? I haven't my glasses.
Your contract.
Thank you.
What is it? It's a waiver of all rights. Witness.
Witness. Notarize.
Now, madam, just show us where the well is, and this brick is yours.
What is it?
Pure gold. 24 karat. For you.
Well, thanks very much. Oh, how heavy it is.
You're not really going to give it to her, are you?
Don't worry. We'll pick it up on the way out. Is that the way?
That's the way.
After me, Mr. President. You don't mind?
Wait a moment.
Yes?
Did any of you gentlemen happen to bring along a little green sewing box?
A sewing box?
Or a gold thimble?
Not me.
Not us.
What a pity.
Can we go down now?
You may go down now. Watch your step.
The prospectors!
What? Are there more than one?
Yes.
Send them down, Irma.
Come in, please.
I smell something. Who's that?
It's the Countess. She's quite deaf.
Good.
Oil? Yes, I can taste it. I'm quite good at that. Traces? Puddles?
Pools and gushers.
$60 gravity crude. Straight gasoline. How found? Blast? Drill?
Finger.
Sign here.
What is it?
Agreement for dividing the profits. What is it? Application to run a lunatic asylum. Down there.
Down there.
The reporters of the press.
The rest of the machine. Send them down, Irma.
The public relations counselors. Come in, please. The countess is quite deaf. You'll have to shout. You don't say. Delighted to make the acquaintance of so charming and beautiful a lady. Louder, she can't hear you. What up, babes? Madam, we are the press. We fix all values. We set all standards. Your entire future depends on us.
How do you do?
What will we charge the old trawl? The usual 30? 40. 60. All right, 75. Sign here, Countess. This contract really gives you a blank.
There's the entrance.
Entrance to what?
The oil well.
Oh, we don't need to see that, madam.
Don't need to see it?
No, we don't need to see it to write about it. We can imagine it.
But if you don't see it, how can you be sure it's really there?
If it's there, well and good. If it's not, by the time we get through, it will be. You underestimate the creative aspect of our profession, madam. I warn you, Countess. If you insist on rubbing our noses in this oil, it will cost you 10% extra.
It's worth it.
You see, madam, we of the press can refuse a lady nothing, especially such a lady. It's plain to see, madam, that even fountains of oil have their nibs. I can use that somewhere. That's copy. But ladies, please, you are respected. The Countess, there's some very strange ladies here, Countess.
I think we'll let them in. Please, Irma. Who are you?
Madam, we're the most powerful pressure group in the world. The ultimate dynamic. The mainspring of all combinations. Nothing succeeds without our assistance. Is that the well, madam?
That's the well.
Don't light any cigarettes, girls. We don't want an explosion, not with my brand new eyelashes.
My brick. They've stolen my gold brick. Well, let them take their god with them.
What's happened? Where have they all gone?
They've evaporated, Irma. They were wicked. And wickedness evaporates.
Countess, everything's changed. Now you can breathe again. Now I can see.
The air is pure and the sky is clear.
Life is beautiful again.
Countess, the pigeons are flying.
You don't have to walk.
They're flying, Countess. The air is like crystal, and young grass is sprouting on the pavements.
Is it possible?
Now you can play your music, and it will be heard again. And everywhere, shopkeepers are smiling.
And on the street, other strangers are shaking hands. They don't know why and offering each other almond bars.
Countess, we thank you.
From now on, there will be no more hungry cats. And they shall tell the Duchess their dog's right name. And the sewers will be fragrant of jasmine. Sadness flies on the wings of the morning, but out of the heart of darkness comes the light.
And now, before it's too late, as it is for Adolphe Bertrand and myself, you will kiss each other this instant.
But Countess!
It's been 3 hours since you've met each other, known each other, and loved each other. Kiss each other quickly. Oh, look at him. He hesitates. His happiness frightens him. How like a man. Oh, Irma, kiss him. Kiss him. If you let a single instant wedge itself between you and him, it will become a month, a year, a century. Make them kiss each other, all of you. For in a moment his hair will be white, and there will be another Madwoman in Paris. And before that moment comes, bravo! Oh, if he'd only had the courage to do that 30 years ago, how different I would be today. Deaf mute, be still. Your words dazzle our eyes, and Irma's too busy to translate for you. Well, there it is. Do you see how simple it all was? Nothing is ever so wrong that a sensible woman can't set right in the course of an afternoon. But next time, don't wait until things begin to look black. The moment you notice anything, tell me at once.
We will, Countess.
Irma, my bones, my gizzards?
I have them for you, Countess.
Good. 4 o'clock, my poor cats must be starved. What a bore for them if humanity had to be saved every afternoon. They don't think much of it as it is.